Imagine a world where every decision you make feels like your own. You choose what to watch, what to buy, where to go, and how to live. But what if I told you that these choices aren't as free as they seem? What if the life you're living is being subtly shaped by forces you can't even see? Today, we're going to uncover the hidden systems that influence your decisions, explore the psychology behind your habits, and reveal how the illusion of control might be quietly steering your life. By the end of this video, you'll gain a profound insight, one that could change the way you see yourself and the world forever. Let's begin this journey into understanding the invisible forces that shape our lives and how we can reclaim true autonomy in a world designed to keep us compliant. In 1957, social psychologist Leon Festinger introduced the world to a groundbreaking concept, cognitive dissonance. He showed that when our actions don't align with our beliefs, we change our beliefs to justify our actions. This isn't just a quirk of human psychology. It's a tool that's been weaponized in the modern world. Think about it. Every time you scroll through social media, every time you click on a recommended video, every time you buy a product because it's trending, you're making choices that feel like your own. But are they? Algorithms designed by some of the brightest minds in tech are constantly nudging you toward decisions that benefit their bottom line. They know what you like, what you fear, and what you desire. And they use that knowledge to keep you engaged, to keep you consuming, and to keep you coming back for more. This isn't just about convenience, it's about control. And the scariest part? It doesn't feel like control. It feels like freedom. Psychologist B.F. Skinner, known for his work on behaviorism, showed that behavior can be shaped through reinforcement. Give someone a reward for a specific action, and they'll repeat it. Sound familiar? Every like, every notification, every dopamine hit from your screen is a reward designed to reinforce your behavior. Over time, these small reinforcements add up, turning you into a predictable, programmable version of yourself. But here's the twist. You're not just being programmed by technology. You're being programmed by culture, by advertising, by societal norms. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, you're bombarded with messages about who you should be, what you should want, and how you should live. And the most insidious part, you don't even realize it's happening. Philosopher Michel Foucault warned us about the dangers of disciplinary power, a form of control that doesn't rely on force, but on shaping our desires and behaviors from within. In other words, it's not about making you do something, it's about making you want to do it. Think about the last time you felt truly free. Was it when you were scrolling through your phone? Or was it when you were creating, connecting, or contributing to something meaningful? The truth is, the more we outsource our decisions to algorithms and societal expectations, the more we lose touch with our authentic selves. We become passengers in our own lives, letting invisible forces steer us toward destinations we never chose. Imagine a marketplace where the currency isn't money, but your attention. Every second you spend scrolling, clicking, or consuming is a transaction. You're not just engaging with content, you're being bought and sold. Welcome to the attention economy, a system that thrives on your addiction to distraction. Tristan Harris, a former Google design ethicist, explains it best. Your mind is the product. The more time you spend on a platform, the more money it makes. This isn't just about ads or subscriptions. It's about capturing your attention and holding it hostage. Think about it. Why do social media platforms use infinite scroll? Why do videos autoplay? Why are notifications designed to be irresistible? These aren't accidents. They're carefully engineered features designed to exploit your psychology. The goal is simple: keep you hooked, keep you coming back, and keep you consuming. But here's the catch. The more time you spend in this system, the less time you have for what truly matters. Your relationships, your passions, your growth all take a back seat to the endless pursuit of distraction. Algorithms are the invisible architects of your digital life. They decide what you see, what you hear, and what you think. But how do they work? At their core, algorithms are designed to maximize engagement. They analyze your behavior, what you like, what you share, how long you watch, and use that data to predict what will keep you hooked. It's a feedback loop. The more you engage, the more the algorithm learns. The more it learns, the better it becomes at manipulating you. But here's the scary part. Algorithms don't care about your well-being. They don't care if the content they show you is true, meaningful, or even healthy. Their only goal is to keep you engaged. This is why fake news spreads faster than the truth. This is why outrage and fear dominate your feed. This is why you can't seem to put your phone down. The algorithm isn't just shaping your choices, it's shaping your reality. Consumerism is more than an economic system. It's a cultural force. It tells you that happiness is just one purchase away. It tells you that you're not enough unless you have the latest gadget, the trendiest clothes, or the most luxurious lifestyle. But here's the truth. Consumerism doesn't sell products. it sells dreams, it sells identities, it sells the illusion of a better life. And it does this by exploiting your deepest desires and insecurities. Want to feel successful? Buy this car. Want to feel loved? Buy this perfume. Want to feel powerful? Buy this watch. But no matter how much you buy, the satisfaction never lasts. You're always left wanting more. This is the hedonic treadmill, a psychological phenomenon where you keep chasing happiness but never actually reach it. And the worst part, consumerism doesn't just drain your wallet. It drains your soul. It turns you into a passive consumer, constantly seeking fulfillment in things that can never truly satisfy you. One of the most dangerous aspects of modern control systems is how normal they feel. We don't see them as oppressive because they don't use force. Instead, they use persuasion, convenience, and pleasure. Philosopher Aldous Huxley warned us about this in Brave New World. He envisioned a society where people were controlled not through fear or violence, but through pleasure and distraction. In his words, people will come to love their oppression, to adore the technologies that undo their capacities to think. Sound familiar? We live in a world where convenience is king, where comfort is prioritized over growth, where distraction is celebrated as a way of life. But here's the question. Are we truly free if our choices are being shaped by forces we can't even see? Are we truly free if we're too distracted to think, too comfortable to grow, and too complacent to care? The systems of control don't just affect individuals, they shape entire societies. They create a culture of passivity, where people are too distracted to question the status quo. They create a culture of division, where outrage and fear are used to keep us divided. And they create a culture of emptiness, where people are constantly chasing happiness but never finding it. But the most insidious cost is the loss of autonomy. When we outsource our decisions to algorithms, advertisers, and societal norms, we give up our ability to think for ourselves. We become predictable, programmable, and powerless. And the worst part, we don't even realize it's happening. The first step to breaking free is awareness. We must recognize the systems that shape our choices and question the narratives we've been sold. We must ask ourselves, who benefits from my decisions? Who profits from my attention? Who gains from my complacency? This isn't about rejecting technology or modern life. It's about reclaiming our autonomy. It's about choosing to live intentionally rather than passively. Let's start with a simple question. Why is it so hard to put your phone down? Why do you feel compelled to check notifications, refresh your feed, or watch just one more video? The answer lies in your brain, specifically in a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Dopamine is often called the feel-good chemical, but that's only part of the story. Its real role is to motivate you. It's what drives you to seek rewards, whether it's food, money, or social validation. But here's the catch. Dopamine isn't just released when you get a reward. It's released when you anticipate a reward. This is why the possibility of a like, a comment, or a new message is so addictive. It's not the reward itself. It's the thrill of the chase. And modern technology has turned this biological mechanism into a weapon. Every notification, every like, every autoplay video is designed to trigger a dopamine hit. It's a feedback loop that keeps you coming back for more. But here's the problem. The more you chase these dopamine hits, the less satisfying they become. You need more likes, more notifications, more content to feel the same level of pleasure. This is the essence of addiction. Addiction isn't just about dopamine, it's also about habits. Habits are behaviors that become automatic through repetition, and they're incredibly powerful because they bypass conscious decision-making. Think about it. How often do you pick up your phone without even thinking about it? How often do you open an app out of habit rather than intention? This is the result of a three-step process known as the habit loop. Cue, a trigger that tells your brain to go into autopilot, e.g., boredom, stress, or a notification. Routine, the behavior itself, e.g., scrolling through social media. Reward, the dopamine hit that reinforces the behavior, e.g., a like, a funny video, or a new message. Over time, this loop becomes so ingrained that it feels automatic. You don't even realize you're doing it. And here's the scary part. Modern technology is designed to exploit this process. Every app, every platform, every notification is engineered to create and reinforce habits. They're not just selling you a product, they're selling you a behavior. One of the most powerful tools in the addiction toolbox is intermittent reinforcement. This is when rewards are given unpredictably rather than consistently. It's the same principle that makes slot machines so addictive. Think about it. Why do you keep checking your phone even when there's nothing new. Why do you keep scrolling even when you're not enjoying it? It's because you're hoping for a reward. Maybe the next post will be funny, maybe the next video will be interesting, maybe the next notification will be important. This uncertainty keeps you hooked. It's not the reward itself, it's the possibility of a reward. And the more unpredictable the rewards, the stronger the addiction. Humans are social creatures. We crave connection, approval, and validation. And modern technology has turned this need into a commodity. Every like, every comment, every share is a form of social validation. It's a signal that you're seen, heard, and valued, and it's incredibly addictive. But here's the problem. Social media validation is shallow and fleeting. It doesn't provide the deep, meaningful connection we truly crave. Instead, it creates a cycle of dependency. The more validation you get, the more you need. And the more you need, the more you seek. This is why people spend hours crafting the perfect post, or obsessing over their follower count. It's not about the content, it's about the validation. Addiction isn't static, it escalates over time. What starts as a harmless habit can quickly spiral out of control. Think about it. How much time did you spend on your phone 5 years ago? How much time do you spend now? Chances are it's increased, and it's not just you, it's everyone. The average person now spends over 3 hours a day on their phone. That's more than 1,000 hours a year. But here's the scary part. The more time you spend in these addictive systems, the harder it is to break free. Your brain adapts to the constant stimulation, making it harder to find pleasure in real-world activities. This is known as tolerance, a hallmark of addiction. Addiction doesn't just waste your time, it steals your life. It robs you of meaningful experiences, deep connections, and personal growth. It keeps you trapped in a cycle of distraction, leaving you feeling empty and unfulfilled. But the cost goes even deeper. Addiction erodes your autonomy. It turns you into a passive consumer, constantly seeking the next hit of dopamine, and it makes you vulnerable to manipulation. Think about it. If you're addicted to your phone, you're more likely to click on ads, buy products, and follow trends. You're more likely to be influenced by algorithms, advertisers, and societal norms. In other words, addiction isn't just a personal problem, it's a systemic one. The first step to breaking free is awareness. You need to recognize the patterns of addiction and understand how they work. But awareness alone isn't enough. You also need to take action. Here are 3 steps to start breaking the cycle. Identify your triggers. What cues lead to your addictive behaviors, e.g. boredom, stress, or notifications? Replace the routine. What healthier behaviors can you substitute, e.g. reading, exercising, or meditating? Reward yourself. How can you reinforce the new behavior, e.g. celebrating small wins or tracking progress? It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Because breaking free from addiction isn't just about reclaiming your time, it's about reclaiming your life. The first step to breaking free is awareness. You can't change what you don't see, and the systems of control rely on your blindness, your inability to recognize how they shape your choices and behaviors. But once you see the patterns, you can't unsee them. You start to notice the subtle cues, the hidden triggers, and the invisible forces that guide your actions. You realize that every notification, every autoplay video, and every trending product is part of a larger system designed to keep you hooked. This awareness is empowering. It gives you the clarity to question your habits and the courage to make different choices. As philosopher Jiddu Krishnamurti once said, the ability to observe without evaluating is the highest form of intelligence. So take a moment to observe your life. What patterns do you see? What habits are controlling you? And what choices are truly your own? Awareness is the first step, but it's not enough. To break free, you need discipline, the ability to choose long-term fulfillment over short-term gratification. This isn't easy. It requires you to resist the pull of distraction, the lure of convenience, and the comfort of complacency. But as author Jocko Willink says, discipline equals freedom. Here's how you can cultivate discipline. Set clear intentions. Decide what matters most to you. What are your values? What are your goals? Write them down and revisit them often. Create boundaries. Set limits on your technology use. Turn off notifications. Delete addictive apps and designate tech-free zones in your home. Practice delayed gratification. Train yourself to wait for rewards. Start small. Wait 10 minutes before checking your phone, or finish a task before indulging in a break. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Every small act of intentionality strengthens your ability to live authentically. One of the greatest casualties of modern life is presence. We are so distracted by our devices, our to-do lists and our worries that we forget to live in the moment. But presence is where life happens. It's where you connect with others, appreciate beauty, and experience joy. And it's the antidote to the constant pull of distraction. Here's how you can cultivate presence. Mindfulness. Meditation. Spend a few minutes each day focusing on your breath. Notice your thoughts without judgment, and gently bring your attention back to the present moment. Digital detox. Take regular breaks from technology. Spend time in nature, engage in creative activities, or simply sit in silence. Deep listening. When you're with others, give them your full attention. Put away your phone, make eye contact, and truly listen. Presence isn't just a practice, it's a way of life. It's about reclaiming your attention and using it to connect with what truly matters. At the heart of autonomy is purpose. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you're less likely to be swayed by external influences. You have a compass that guides your decisions and a reason to resist distractions. But how do you find your purpose? Here are 3 questions to guide you. What brings you joy? What activities make you lose track of time? What makes you feel alive? What are you good at? What skills or talents do you have? How can you use them to contribute to others? What does the world need? What problems or challenges resonate with you? How can you make a difference? Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It just has to be meaningful to you. And when you align your life with your purpose, you'll find a sense of fulfillment that no amount of distraction can provide. Breaking free from the systems of control requires courage. It means going against the grain, challenging societal norms, and embracing discomfort. But here's the truth, you're not alone. There's a growing movement of people who are waking up to the dangers of distraction and reclaiming their autonomy, and you can be part of it. Here's how you can start. Question everything. Don't accept the status quo. Ask why things are the way they are and who benefits from them. Seek alternative perspectives. Read books, listen to podcasts, and engage with people who challenge your worldview. Take action. Start small. Delete an addictive app. Set a daily intention, or have a meaningful conversation. Every act of resistance strengthens your autonomy. Here's the most profound truth. Freedom isn't something you're given. It's something you claim. It's a choice you make every day, in every moment. You can choose to live on autopilot, letting algorithms and societal norms dictate your life. Or you can choose to live intentionally, aligning your actions with your values and purpose. The systems of control are powerful, but they're not invincible. You have the power to break free. You have the power to reclaim your autonomy, and you have the power to live a life that's truly your own. So what will you choose? Will you continue to be a passive consumer, trapped in a cycle of distraction and addiction, or will you step into your power? Embrace discipline and live with intention. The choice is yours and the time to act is now. Start small, turn off your notifications. Spend an hour without your phone. Have a meaningful conversation. Every step you take toward autonomy is a step toward freedom. And remember, you're not just doing this for yourself. You're doing it for your relationships, your community, and the world, because when you reclaim your autonomy, you inspire others to do the same.